Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning? Whoa, 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 whoa. How are we doing, sir? You need to make eye contact with me. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You gonna talk to me? You need to talk? Step outside. Come here. Come here. Outside. Let's have talk.
Good. Good job, guys. Appreciate that.
Somebody yelling at me in the hallway today.
Well, I think those three initiatives are so key in our school. I think the first one, like we said, is we're gonna have teachers and staff at their hallways, their classroom doors. They're gonna greet the students, they're gonna look the student in the eye. They're gonna maybe not shake every student's hand, but pat them on the back, maybe say something affirming to the student. Hey, how you doing this morning? How are things going? That's the first thing. I think the second thing is we need to have uniform class rules once again across the board. And the third thing would be, it's important and it's key to encourage students when you see them doing something right. Say a word of encouragement to them and make sure our entire school, it's not just the teachers, but other students do the same thing. I'm not gonna say this person's name actually, and I think I'll say it later. But this gentleman attended Seattle's View Ridge Elementary School in Seattle. Typically, he was a nerdy fourth grade introvert. He always did his best to kind of keep to himself. And thanks to a kind librarian named Blanche, he was able to come out of his own way. He was able to change not just his life, but change, I really believe, the world forever. And when he met Mrs. Blanche, she was an elegant, engaging school librarian. He was a timid fourth grader. He was really wanted to go unnoticed. All the girls would migrate towards the library at lunchtime, and he kind of felt nerdy, and he'd walk into the library, and he'd sit by himself there in the library. He didn't want to be noticed. He tried to hide the fact that he liked to read, because he thought, reading was cool for the girls, but maybe not for the guys. But little by little, Mrs. Blanche would come to him, and she would speak to him, and she would help him eventually escape his shell, the shell that he had. And she said, what books do you like to read, Bill? And she would start bringing these books to him. And then eventually she would start giving him different books and more books, and make him think outside of his comfort zone, so to speak. And progressively, she started challenging him more and more. And when she would challenge him, she would notice a difference, and he would eventually come out of shell. But the key thing for Bill was that she genuinely listened to him. And that was Bill Gates. Bill Gates had a teacher that would genuinely listen to her or him. And I think as teachers and administrators, I think it's important not just to see students, but we have to listen to them intently. And that's going to change our school culture, is when we start seeing students and talking to them eye contact. It's going to change our school culture, and we start encouraging them in the classroom and have the same uniform class rules. But when we see other students complimenting or do the right thing and pointing in the right direction, I really believe that's the first initiative, one of the initiatives that's going to change our school culture. So in the next week or so, I'm probably going to come by the classrooms and just do a mild observation and just look and see how things are, and then we'll get back together. We'll touch on this. Let's close with a word of prayer. Lord, I thank you for this day. I thank you for these teachers here that are at the school, and I pray that as we come across young people, we want to change our student culture, our school culture, Father, for you and for your glory. So be with us now. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.